Hello everyone, I'm Claire Casey, the host of the Fairy Whispering podcast, and I have a wonderful community called Fairy Whisperer Patron Community, which supports my Fairy Whispering podcast and other creative fairy projects that I do. I'm writing a book at the moment um, and creating courses to do with fairies as well as the podcast. So, I'd love you to be a part of this community. A little bit of background about me. I'm just going to sit down on this log. I'm in a wood near my home. Um, so I've had a lifelong connection with fairies. I'm an artist, intuitive artist. I work intuitively. Um, and so this podcast has come out of my love of connecting with the fairies and the fairy realm and nature and my creativity, which has helped me with my well-being, especially in the last few years. Um, I reconnected with fairies in 2016 when I was recovering from an illness, and I started to go out into nature more and draw and paint and write about what I was experiencing when I was in nature. Um, so, as I said, I'm an artist as well. I create drawings of fairies that I could see psychically and messages I was receiving from nature. Then um, I decided to create a podcast called Weird Wonderful Wonders last year because I've got such a passion for the supernatural and fairies, and that comes from my childhood, growing up in Devon and on Dartmoor. And and then I decided to start the Fairy Whispering podcast because I'd had a group for a while, a few years, called Fairy Whispering, and lots of lovely people in that group. And I thought, well, this is my main passion, so I'm going to focus on fairies. And more people are coming to me to share their fairy experiences. But what I'm interested in is what are the different ways that people connect with the other world through either healing work, their art, their creativity, um, shamanic work. That's that's my focus, and also the landscape. So for my podcast, I'm interested in the landscapes that people connect with and have these experiences, and also the different doorways that they have into these other realms. Um, and it's a I'm so lucky to have so lovely guests. For this month, for March, um, leading up to the spring equinox and just after, I've created an event, a month-long event called Faequinox, which is a month packed with interviews, podcast episodes, events, replays of past episodes as well, updates on episodes from the past about fairies. So I just wanted to contribute to this wonderful energy that's coming to us at the moment in the approach to spring equinox. Sorry, there's someone behind me over there. um, and it's my contribution to helping to raise the vibe of the earth at this time. And I really believe in how connecting with wonder, our inner child, joy, opening our hearts really contributes not only to our well-being but the well-being of those around us and the earth. So, I'm really passionate about the protection of wild places and for people to connect with nature so that we can cherish nature, and help to protect it for future generations. So if that sounds good to you, I'd love to see you in my Fairy Whisperer Patron community. I'm offering the first 7 days for free at the moment, so you can have a trial and see if you like it. It's your kind of thing. And then after that, it's only on the lowest tier, it's only about £3 a month. So for that, you'll get background information about the episodes, you get bonuses. There's so much. It's a really abundant space to be in. There's lots to access in there. And I've also just launched a course called Fairy Journeys of Heart Awakening, which is a series of audio journeys. There's about 8 of them, which take you through the fairy realm. And there's some videos to go with them that give you a little bit of background information about these journeys and where they came from. So they're journeys that I created from my experience of meditating and receiving information and guidance from the fairies. So yeah, loads of stuff there for you. So if that sounds good to you, I'd love to see you there. I'm really thankful for my patrons because they support my podcast. I wouldn't be able to run this podcast without my patrons. It helps me to support my platform that I pay for to put my podcast on, my website, all those things that we have to pay for to be able to put this work out there. So thank you. Lots of love from me and the fairies. Love to see you in Patron. Bye for now and see you again soon. Bye.